Hello and welcome to PSGL F11 round 2, and today it is Hungary. I am Sondre Zorhaug together with Louis Marshall.
Hello everybody, how you doing?
Awesome as always, you know. Nonetheless though, we usually have two drivers with us that we're interviewing before the race, but not been that lucky today, so we've got one, and that is Dion. So if you want to start, Marshall.
Yeah, so Dion, I remember last week in the chat, especially your name, I did see you did have a few supporters, so have you got any messages for them tonight? I think it's Onyx. What? Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you could, well, last week in Austria, you did show promising pace, but unfortunately, it, the game screwed you over with drive-through penalties. So, what's your hopes for tonight? You think you can carry on your pace and challenge for a podium? Yeah. What do you think of Hungary? Do you enjoy the track or? That's good to hear. Hmm. It'll be good to see you on the podium. Can't remember last season if you was on the podium. It'll be cool to. Yeah, I remember your name's always been up there, but couldn't remember if you was actually on the podium once. Yeah, hopefully keep it clean tonight and try and get your first podium. And because now Sandre's gonna ask me questions because no one wanted to talk to us. So Sandre,
Make it seem so dark, but anyway though, Dion, as we've heard for today, the aim is to get a little higher than last week, but altogether for the season though, like what is the ultimate goal to this season? And remember, we appreciate positiveness here. Optimism, Dion. Optimism. Top three. Not that. Well,
I think
maybe I should
20 then.
learn from that. Tend to set it too high instead. Well, no, that's actually not true. But nonetheless, though, that is for the drivers. Then, what about the constructors? Like, what do you think you and I cannot remember who your teammate is right now. Yeah, what do you think you guys can do there? All right, all right. Then, obviously, we hear that you don't see yourself as the favorite, but who do you see as the favorites for this championship? Malum? Don't worry, that won't stop him. Nonetheless, though, that was my last question. So unless there is any more from you, Marshall.
Yeah, one quick question. You did mention your teammate. Would you say there'll be team orders? Or... Yeah,
Just tell
so...
him, get out of the way. Let me by. Here's
Yeah,
Marshall.
that's all my questions for tonight. Well, for now, so good luck for your race tonight, and thank you for actually coming for the interviews.
Good luck. And
Yeah, good
then
luck.
over to us, Marshall, with
Yes.
still a couple of minutes left before the race is supposed to get going, but I can see that.
Got time for predictions.
Oh, you want to go there even before quali? That is bold for you. Well, go on then,
We've got a few
Marshall.
minutes to burn, so...
Go on. Your top 3 in quali.
Top three. I'm gonna say Alamonda for pole, Dion second, and Dino third. If they are actually, if Dino's racing, I can't see his name here.
Um. Well, I can't see him in here yet, but I
Maybe he'll
can't
join later.
remember seeing
Okay.
anything that he isn't racing, so he's probably just doing some last minute practice or just joining fashionably late.
Just doing the Juho.
Well, and for me at least, my top 3 in quali, I'm gonna go with Alamondo on pole 2. Feel like I'm a little boring here
That's a
now saying the same,
safe
but
option, I think.
he looked solid, although you never know. But still, I think Alimondo on pole. I'm gonna go with VR Kelvin in second. He was also showing good pace last week, just a few too many penalties in the end. But I think he can do well. And in
Yeah.
third, I am gonna go with Ozone Iestin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just seen Jeff in the chat saying he's done a low 14. What is it? What is a good lap time around Hungary? Because I've not done many laps on this track.
F12, I think, or something.
That's probably for like Blizzard
Well, I mean,
pace.
yeah, but well, I don't know. It's I don't
Probably
know,
high
14.
30s. Would you say?
Well, I did actually hear that Mr. Bottleberry was doing some practice earlier, as in he isn't on our grid. He's racing in F10 in
Yeah.
about an hour. But if I can remember, he did something like a 14.4. However, I don't think he's at the front of the grid.
I
So
think he's at midfield in F10.
yes, I think like in F11, I think like mid to low 14
So
is
yeah,
what
if
we're
you're
aiming
doing
at.
a low 14, then that could be competitive in quali. And Jeppy, what's your PSN? Because I guess you got a different YouTube name to your PlayStation.
As I can see that there is a Gendrick supporter here. F1 Alonso 14 Thomas. Saying Gendrick for podium.
I remember Jendrick was
I can't
actually,
lie, I
he
do
was up there
remember
last week.
he was. I can't remember exactly what happened, if it was just penalties or if there was something else, but
I think he had an incident with someone, if I'm correct.
I cannot remember. I can just remember that he was up there and Well, he could end up on the podium. Difficult to say.
We've got 18 drivers right now, and we're probably going to get Juho eventually.
So Jeppy is KGWN. Oh, JMK, I'm guessing the Alpha Tauri driver.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, and as we can see...
a couple of new names in here. Crack. I don't remember Crack from last week, so he might be a reserve.
Could be, as we can see though, CPI Black Phoenix, that would be CPI Schumacher who raced last week. Just now he's gotten back on his account, so
got
good
Toast,
to see.
Who I don't recognise from last week, but I like your name. I do like some toast.
Of course you do, of course.
And I think that's it with new drivers for this week. And good evening to you, Mr. Alamonda. Good luck tonight.
Good evening indeed. Nonetheless, though, we should be getting started. I'm not sure if we're waiting on someone.
Tonight?
Well, we're missing a racing point at an alpha, so
I think one of them
I don't know.
is Juho.
We might be waiting on one of them or both for that matter. Nonetheless though, while we wait, we can take this time to acknowledge PSGL's official partner BDG, aka Brutal Democracy. You can find them on their website brutaldemocracy.com or their Twitter handle BDG_esports. One Brutal Force for Twitch, then on YouTube it should be Brutal Democracy, and at last on Instagram Brutal Democracy again. Of course, gotta give them a small shout out here and there with them providing cash prizes for the top tiers. I think, what is it, Marshall, a total of 250 around there?
250, I think, yeah. For all three tiers of them, right?
So some.
And it looks,
as we're looking to get started. So with that then, Marshall, we'll see how wrong we got our predictions. I don't know about you, but I never get them right, so
yeah, I think we normally get one person right in the top three.
I think I've gotten like the top 3 prediction right once, and we've done quite a few races now, so
this is like a third or fourth season in commentary. But...
yeah, and then like getting them all right once, that's not really the best.
It's not a good record.
Nah, it isn't. It really isn't.
Nonetheless, though. Right once.
Hungary, though. Quite a classic track, one of the most, the longest standing track on the calendar, Marshall. It's kind of weird to think about.
It's a fun track to drive as well, if you hook it up.
Oh, it really is. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I enjoy it as well.
Even on the previous games, that turn 5 is it?
4.
Turn 4?
I think it's turn 4, the fast left.
Yeah, the fast left has been lethal, but on this game I've actually find it quite easy to go through there, so it's also making the lap a lot less annoying in the end.
Yeah, last game it was so hard not to spin there. I spun there so many times.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, yes.
I'm sure you have as well.
Marshall, where haven't I spun? That's the question.
Yeah. You probably spun on the long straight at China.
I've spun on entry to it.
That doesn't surprise me.
But I haven't spun on a straight. I haven't done that. Not completely useless, you know.
Not yet anyway, you haven't.
That is kind of true. Nonetheless, though, we can see that Milam in his Williams is the first one out on track right now. As not
One
gonna
or two
lie,
drivers on the
Marshall, it's
mediums.
looking quite dark here. Like I don't know if he
Mm.
might be in for rain in this quali session at the end, or if it's just being cloudy. It could be that too.
Yeah, if it gets any darker in a couple of minutes, then it's probably going to rain. But right now, it looks quite stable with weather. Doesn't look like rain.
Doesn't look like it yet, no. However, though, with it being cloudy, it could also mean that the track temperature is a little lower, which means that the guys trying to quali on mediums could struggle a little bit more, which
Yeah,
in the end could cause somebody to crash. But nonetheless,
as
though,
we've got Milan about to start his first lap.
correct, as he's heading down the start-finish straight into turn one. Quite a crucial corner to get right, to be honest, because if you don't, you and look at
Oh,
that, and it's
yeah.
bye bye to the rear end already. As we will be heading over to somebody else who's on the lap, we'll be heading over to JMKG.
We've got Renault right behind Milan. It looks like Milan's holding him up. And
Ooh,
then
that's
he
not
just got
good,
off.
Marlon. Get out of the way if you need to. Nonetheless, though, the Alpha Tower of JMK, I believe that was the guy that said he had done a 14-3 or something, was it, Marshall?
Yeah, 14-3.
So should be one of the guys to look out for in quali, as he's now starting his S's. Heading on to the final sector.
He's doing much better than Milan and the mediums.
Well,
Looks like
Milam
he's
did
starting.
almost spin in the first corner, so
Yeah, he's doing much better then.
would be expecting so then. Nonetheless, ooh, a little twitch on the back end out of the second last corner for JMK. But heading towards the line, he's going to be doing a 16.6 on the mediums. Or we can see that Exhaust has done a 15.1 on the soft tires already.
Yeah, so the mediums don't look quick now. Laptop. So maybe the temperature is a bit too cold for them mediums.
It could be. Nonetheless, though, Jendrik is where is he actually? He's in the middle sector right now, heading towards the SS. Over. Ooh, where is it? Almost looked like he was gonna spin the car on in that tight chicane. Going around, actually looking quite sketchy on his rear end through some of the corners.
Yeah, it looks like it's unsteering a bit as well, so maybe he's just got the setup's not great in qualifying, or maybe
Could be, or it could just not be used to the track yet. Nonetheless, though, heading through the final corner to set his first lap, it's gonna be a 15.8 and fourth so far.
Oh, JMK gets a penalty collision with Steve. What on earth?
Some shenanigans in quali happening. It's too bad for him.
Where's...
As I will hit you soon, he's not actually on a lap. So we will move to Shabs as he's crossing the line, doing a 16.4.
I remember last week in qualifying, I'll hit you soon, to Co's teammate on the line. So hopefully we won't see that again.
Oh yeah, I remember too. It fits quite well with his gamer tag, but not really the best strategy when it's your teammate. But nonetheless, we haven't seen any of that this week, and
not yet anyway.
True.
And I'm on board with Milan, who's going for another lap at the mediums.
Interesting.
He's gone purple first and second sector, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Well, we'll see. As he's coming around the final corners now to set his first lap on these medium tires. It's gonna be a 1:16.4,
4.
and I wouldn't say that's too bad of a time actually on the mediums.
Yeah, it's not too bad to be fair. Probably about 6 tenths difference between softs and mediums.
Maybe a little bit more on this track, I think.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe about
Let's
7,
see.
8 tenths.
Both of our pole prediction is out on the lap, Marshall. Alimonda as he's heading towards turn 4, the corner we haven't talked about, as it shows a purple sector 1. However, that I'm not sure if we can trust that on this game.
He's got a bit wide on the curbs though. Maybe he lost
a
out
little
half
bit
a
wide.
tenth or so.
Just shows that he's pushing as he's now started the S's in that black Mercedes.
It's got like a Bottas helmet, it looks like a black and blue.
You're kind of right, actually.
Yeah.
Now, though, heading towards the second to last corner. Just one more corner for Alimonda to clear before the finish line, and it is into the pit.
Interesting.
What about Dino? Another podium runner from last week. Also a guy Marshall predicted on the inside the top 3, I think.
Yeah, P3 I've said, and he was on pole last week, so his qualifying pace is definitely there.
Well, we'll see as he's going through this corner that we saw Alimonda ending a little too far out. However, looking much better from Dino here. Looking much cleaner at least.
Yeah.
Although in my experience, cleaner doesn't necessarily mean quicker always.
Yeah, he hits a bit of grass and it's invalid.
And that is just a tiny bit too wide there for Dino as he's then invalidated his lap.
I think Toast is on a lap now in the Red Bull. Yet to set a lap. As Ozone's gone pole by 200 some seconds.
Well, that is very close, but I do have to say though, our guess of mid-14s is not looking that likely then.
Maybe track evolution at the end, hopefully, maybe.
Still 9 minutes. You're correct there. Nonetheless though, Toast very wide in the S's. Looks like he's gotten away with it, but he can't have gained any time there.
Yeah, he's lucky not to have invalid there.
Well, it doesn't show that it's invalid, so let's see what he can do going through the second to last corner. Then into the final corner, one of the most important corners on the calendar, I would say, to actually get a good exit, as we all know how hard it is to overtake on this track, as it does. And is that a 19.6?
Maybe he's just getting a feel for the track.
Could be. Maybe. CPI Black Phoenix is on a lap though, as he's heading through turn 1. Heading towards turn 2 now, a corner. I think we're going to see some overtakes there today, Marshall. In towards turn 2.
Yeah, that Daniel Ricciardo-esque.
Oh yes. As we now see Black Phoenix.
Dino's doing a lap and it's putting P8 behind his teammate. The 16.1.
Interesting. Black Phoenix, on the other hand, is heading into the S's now. It's been looking a little cautious certain places on his lap, in my opinion, but not looking bad either, so... Well, good evening to you, Spag, and yes, it is time to practice for you. I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I don't do practice. Giving up on it. Nonetheless, though, TPI Black Phoenix through the final corner. Is he gonna be able to challenge for pole as he does a 1:14.6? And look at that!
Mid-14s, we said.
Well, maybe we weren't too wrong when we said that earlier then.
Yeah, that's a great lap from Black Phoenix. The only driver to get into the 14s right now.
Yeah,
And
true, but we have a couple very close though. Ozone and
interesting,
Exhaust.
only 7 drivers have made it into the 15s as well. So there is big gaps in the grids.
There are currently, and as we're watching VR Kelvin, he's barely down on his time, so it's looking like it's gonna be difficult for him to get inside the 14s right now too, unless there is a lot of time to gain in the middle sector. As we can see him going through the SS now, as there's some slow cars on outlaps, I would assume, ahead of him. Getting out of the way for him, as there is actually a lot of traffic in this last sector right now, Marshall.
Yeah, there is a lot of traffic.
Nonetheless, though, Kelvin heading around the second to last corner and into the final corner. Is he going to be able to challenge for pole? I think he might be a little too far behind, but it's going to be a 1:15.3. So it's a 3/10 improvement from him, but it is
P4 as
not
well.
quite...
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all, but it's a little too far away from Black Phoenix to
What,
challenge there.
yeah, and it looks like his teammate, Shabs, has just nicked his P4 off him.
Oh, you're right, actually. Right
So it has
after, so
12
short-lived happiness there, I guess. Nonetheless, though, we've moved on to the Ferrari driver of Stee as he is going through this second sector and into the final sector as he's 8/10 up on his time currently, Marshall.
Jeez.
If there is
He's
more
getting it.
time to get in these last 2 corners, we could see him getting close to a 15 flat, maybe a 14. So we can see him going towards the line, and it's going to be a 15-2, which puts him in 4th.
I've just been following Alamonda's lap on the mediums, so it looks like he purposely backed off on them softs earlier to try out the mediums, and he looks more comfortable, it looks like, on the mediums. I'm not sure if it's going to be quick, but it looks more comfortable for sure. There's a 16.8 from him in the Merc. So maybe he is going to softs at the end.
Could be.
Who else is on the lap? There's a McLaren.
Well, I believe Crack is on a lap.
Yes. As the McLaren gets out of the way, it's apparently gone purple. Don't know if we can trust that though. Coming this corner, I hate. I think it can be so tricky. Easy to lock up.
I do agree on that actually, but not that tricky on this game, but it could be. As Cracked as a 1:15.6 in the end, and Ali Mondays.
He's going on another.
Oh yeah, it was invalidated.
Invalid, yeah.
I actually forgot. Although we can see he's gonna go into the pit, so
Probably
guess
looking on
it's...
some new softs.
I would assume so. And we don't actually have anyone on lap right now then. Unless Toast is...
Oh, we've got an Alpha coming out of Black Phoenix already.
Looks like Toast is going for a second lap on those soft tires.
Can they do 2 laps, do you think?
I mean, they wear off pretty quickly, so I don't think it's... I think it's far from optimal, but...
Depends how bad your lap was, I guess.
Yeah, it depends how early on in the lap you boarded and how much you could say. But he's 3/10 up in the first sector, so...
Yeah.
As we can see him now getting into this second sector, the S section.
Oh, and that Racing Point's gone past him.
Oh, and what is... Oh, that was actually Dion, and I think he's
I
also
think
on a lap,
Dion's on a lap.
so...
And Dion's a second and a half up.
Interesting, I'm not sure how that is gonna... Not sure how happy those two are gonna be about each other, but...
I don't think it's on purpose. I think Dion just caught him up on his lap, which is just unfortunate for both.
True.
And Dion goes P9, but he probably can beat that because of dirty air.
Possibly, yeah. Nonetheless, we are gonna watch Exhaust as he's heading towards the finish line now. On its final lap of the day, it's gonna be a 15 flat and in provisional second. We can see that CPI Black Phoenix is actually up on his timer, Marshall.
He's
Not a lot.
flying.
A little, not a lot, but we can see him now going towards the S section. I don't know if he can catch much more time there, but we will see though, as he's now heading out of the final corner in the S section towards the final sector.
He's almost
Still
half a tenth up.
tiny bit up on his time. Is there anything to
the
get for him here though?
as well?
Oh, you're right with a 14.8 there, provisional second. However, CPI Black Phoenix looks like the guy to be today as he is coming around the final corner to do a
14.5.
And
3 tenths clear of seconds.
currently he is, yeah, we can see that
Exhaust just had a spin in the middle sector. So
well, he's on an in-lap anyway, so it shouldn't matter that much, but nonetheless, we have Milam here coming through the final corner to put up his last lap of the day. It's gonna be a 1:15.5 and 9/10 improvements that puts him in 9th. Then next over the line should be Stee in the Ferrari as he's gonna do a 1:15 flat, which puts him up to 5th.
Got a couple of big names there. Outside the top 10 of Dino, who's going to be starting 13th.
We do.
And Alamonda.
As Shabs, no improvement there. Gendrick will be the next one heading towards the line. I'm not sure if he's improving on his lap though, but we'll see in a few short moments. That's going to be a 15.4 and up into 8th for him. And I believe the final driver who's on the lap is Alimonda, as he is now heading towards the final corner in a moment and into the pit.
Yeah, Alamonda's struggling for setup, it looks like. He's just couldn't get the car turned in.
That is interesting.
Sanjay, you've got a new name apparently. It's Matt, according to Swen.
Interesting. I can't recall changing my name at any point, but I guess I have. Nonetheless, though, we have CPI Black Phoenix on pole position ahead of VER Kelvin in 2nd and Ozone Yestin in 3rd. Did I get 2 of my predictions right then? Kelvin and Ozone?
Maybe.
I think I did.
And 2 of my predictions outside of the top 10.
Yeah, and I will have to say for Dino and Alimonda especially, fighting for the win last week to now starting in... I think you're right, yeah. But from fighting for the win and for Dino's sake winning to now starting 13th and 14th on Hungary, one of the most difficult tracks to overtake on. Yeah, certainly going to spice it up for us though.
Starting new tyres as well, so they could go to hards, mediums or the softs, depending if it's dry.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that is their only hope right now, because I'm not I don't think they can overtake the whole grid on pure pace on this track. I think it's gonna have to involve strategy for them to actually get that far up.
Or a safety car or something that would help.
Well, that could happen. But as we can see, we have CPI Black Phoenix on pole with a 14.5, then VAR Kelvin in second with a 14.8. Before we have Ozone also getting into the 14th in the end with a 1.14.8. Then we have Exhaust in 4th, Stee in 5th, although he has a 5. No, that was JMK in 6th who has the 5 plays grid penalty.
I forgot about that.
Then Shabs in 7th, RLE Gendrick in 8th, Milham in 9th, Crack in 10th, and outside of the top 10, Dion in 11th, Saberi in 12th, Dino in 13th, it's Alimonda in 14th, Silver Eagle in 15th, Toast in 16th, I Will Hit You Soon in 17th, then Matt, aka CTI Steamer, and Brandon in 18th and 19th. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the last time we had a Brandon in the pink car, he won the championship with Matt. So
True.
If Brandon, this Brandon can do the same, then.
But this Brandon is in the pink car though.
Yeah. But
or is he?
He's in the pink Mercedes. Matt's in the
normal
Mercedes.
Right.
So.
Well, you know, it's so weird for me to not have Matt in the Racing Point. It's
yeah, it is a weird thing.
It's just not right for me. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, though, looking at that lineup outside of the top 10, Dion in 11th, Saberi in 12th, Dino in 13th, and Alimonda in 14th. That's 4 people we had at the front of the pack last week, fighting for the win. Although Dino, of course, he had the pace to be up there, but safety car and some stuff. Saberi, he just had a lot of penalties in the end. But like, that's 4 guys who's gonna try to carve their way through the field. Actually, Dion in 10th in the end.
Yeah, some big names like Alamonda's fought for championships a few seasons ago in F7. Dino's first season on equal cars and his first race last week with a win. And Sabetti, he's won the race in the past, so
he's won a couple, I believe. He's won a couple, I believe. Nonetheless, though, as we can see now, the guys outside the top 10, we have Dion on mediums, then JMK, he's gonna have to start on his used soft tires. Sabetti's also on mediums, then we have Dino, he's actually opted to go for the soft tires, so interesting to see. Then we have Alimonda, Silver Eagle, Toast, I Will Hit You Soon, and Brandon all starting on mediums, and Matt starting on the hard tires. So most of the guys on mediums, but I believe, well, I'm not sure on this game, but I know in the past that it was medium hards.
Medium, yeah.
There was always some guys going on the softs, but like you could do a soft hards on the previous game, but like it was not better than the medium hard strategy. So.
And just like in qualifying, it is quite overcast, so maybe we'll see some rain in the race.
Would spice it up, wouldn't it?
It would definitely spice up a little.
Although with this grid, I'm not sure if we're gonna need any spicing up. We got a couple of guys at the front who's shown to be by far the quickest in quali, at least. But then we also have some quick drivers down in the field that...
Oh, here we go, tyres. So, one stop, mediums to hards, lap 16 to 23, and I didn't see the 2 stop, it just went too quick.
I can tell you, it didn't pop up for me. So yeah, that's interesting.
The medium run is so lap 16 to 23 to hards to the end, apparently.
I think around lap 16 is probably the best place, as that is what we're waiting on. I Will Hit You Soon was a little far behind the rest of the drivers. Nonetheless, We are about to get started as we have 3, 4, 5 red lights. And there we go. And as usual, Cody's are gonna make us. Oh, and that is a jump start. Or.
Brandon's just. He didn't fancy on waiting. They've all started now.
Well, interesting there, but I'm not sure what's happened, but nonetheless, going down towards turn 1. Look at this, Kelvin on the inside of Phoenix. And and there's been a Red Bull spinning in the background. That is exhaust from a great position down now to 16th.
Yeah, JMK, he got hit down the main straight. He just went sideways most of the straight.
Oh, and look at this, Dion is having a fight with Steve here, going up to and there's a safety car, and that fight is called off. Oh, we were gonna see a side-by-side moment in turn 4 there, I think.
I'm looking at Brandon's on the race director. He didn't jump the start, so maybe his lights just went out. No one else's did.
Yeah, it didn't pop up a jump start either, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. One of many bugs in this game, I guess.
It's in the lobby because his car's ghosted me. He might have lagged out earlier.
Could be, I can't remember seeing him lagging out. As there, the pit stop strategy pops up for me. And 16 to 23. I mean, that is possible, but I would say pitting around lap 16, 17 would be the best point. Nonetheless,
yeah, we've got Ozo in pits.
Do you think his car is ghosting you?
Yeah, apparently he lagged out earlier, I guess.
Well,
and it looks like Ozo's heading for a 2-stop. As he's just pitched onto the mediums.
Well,
so
has crack damaged his front wing going in the grass there? I think he's lost the right hand side end plate.
Yeah.
I did see something flying around when he was out in the grass there, so interesting. Nonetheless, though, for everyone that is on softs, I'm actually surprised like there are still people on the soft tires, to be honest. Like, the mediums are much better for the race.
Yeah, mediums and hards probably the best race tires. But
I do have to say, though, there is interesting to see. I believe we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people who's gone on to the hard tires. All of them are probably going to try to make it to the end.
Yeah, do you think it's possible to do softs hards? If he really extends the softs?
It's possible, even if he doesn't extend the soft that much, Marshall. Well, I'm saying that, but at least it was before. But the thing is, it's just slower than using the mediums, because the hard tires, they're not horrible on this track, but they're not great either.
Yeah, I personally don't really mind the hard tires on this game. I don't think they're that bad.
Well, now, of course you don't. You're just being dirty, Marshall.
Oh, shut up.
I'll bet you they're happy they don't have you in F2 anymore.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Have you forgotten about last season?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Not gonna let you forget that quick.
Oh, you got disqualified under the evaluation race, so...
Hey, that's not being dirty, that's just being...
a bad driver.
Yes. I was trying to look for a different way to say it, but simple solution: bad driver, corner cutting merchant, so on.
Wasn't it a Belgian as well?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it, Marshall.
How do you get... Oh.
You know, funny thing actually, Marshall. Like, I got disqualified in a 25% race on Belgium, but I had a Mexico race the other day that was a 25% race. Only got 9 seconds of penalties or something. I mean, I say only, but I mean, like, that's the track that I would most likely get disqualified on. So
yeah. As we've had the short safety cars as it's in this lap, so I'm just guessing we're just going to have the whole field just drive through Brandon's AI.
I would assume so. Nonetheless, though, still feel bad for all of these guys on the soft tires that decided not to pit for some reason. But nonetheless, Black Phoenix has gone. It looks like he's gotten a pretty decent start there too, actually, although Kelvin isn't too far behind. Then we can see that Shabs is following after that. We can see, is it I Will Hit You Soon, who's a little under pressure from JMK. However, JMK on the soft tire should struggle to keep up soon.
Interestingly, Ozone's just pit again. He pitted when the safety car came out, and he just pitted again onto a new set of mediums.
Well, that is his race pretty much over then, I think.
Oh, wait, no, I think it's in Ghost.
That is just Matt letting some people by. I thought we had I thought we had an incident because I saw a red arrow, but
As
we see now Steve inside Brandon's ghosted car, catching up to Crack ahead of him. And look at that, Black Phoenix already with a second gap to Kelvin. Actually, all in the top there separated.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag. What car is that? A Mercedes?
No, it is.
It's exhaust.
No, it's exhaust. He's crashed out, and that is too bad for him, as he really started off well in quali, as we've gotten a virtual safety car. Oh. That's 2.
How many laps have we had racing? Like 1 or 2?
1 or something. Yeah. Nonetheless, though, looking at position changes, we can see that I Will Hit You Soon, and well, I would say Brandon, but goes to the AI car. But I Will Hit You Soon has moved up 11 positions, Marshall.
Yeah, I think that's mostly due to the fact that most people pitted.
Yes, it is actually. Looking at.
Oh, it's James Cage round again after turn 4. You have to be careful rejoining.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, he's only got wing damage, so still in the race.
Very much so, but we'll jump back on to see as he is trying to apply some pressure on Crack now. We can see I Will Hit You Soon in the background there too on the medium tires. He's probably gonna start to feel a lot better than these two in front of him, as Steve having some issues with the car in the second to last corner.
Yeah, I'll hate you. He's in a good position right now, and then mediums. He could go to a 1-stop.
He could, and everyone behind him, except for Dion and Silver Eagle, will still have to pit too. So he's currently in... depending on how good those soft tires are, but could be net P1 at the moment. As we see that Alimonda is... And I think Alimonda is getting... fighting someone, and it's just Brandon's ghosted car. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. We're the yellow, but I'm not sure who that was for. Oh yeah, Alimonda.
Look at this three-way battle though, Marshall. Crack being under immense pressure from both Steve and I Will Hit You Soon, and look at I Will Hit You Soon as he has gotten a great run on Steve there, as he blows past him and up into 5th for I Will Hit You Soon, as he's now gonna try to chase down Crack, and with DRS now enabled, as we can see Crack heading into the pit. Steve's gonna stick out another lap. And I
Yeah, it's probably
don't see many people in at the moment either.
looks like Crack's heading for a 2-stop. Depends on
Oh,
what
as
time
we can
he's
see that
going on to.
Sabedi is overtaking his teammate Jendrik into turn 1. Them both under pressure from Mileham behind them. And also Dino, last week's race winner.
Last week's race winner, only just in the points. That's just how competitive this grid is. Like track by
At the
track, you're just
moment.
gonna know who's gonna be up there.
Look at this though, Mileham getting real close to the back end of Jendrik here.
F11 hards don't feel great right now with the heavy fuel as well.
Well, I think the soft runners in front are the ones who's really not feeling great right now.
Oh yeah. Probably rather be on the hards than the softs right now.
Nonetheless, though, we can see Jendrik Keys really being pressured here. He's gonna have to try to get a good exit from the last corner to try and stay ahead of Milam. I don't think he's gonna be able to though, but he will have to remember that he is on a different strategy, and he might be going to the end, so he might still be in a great position.
Yeah, Jendrix. Was he in DRS of his teammate? No, it looks like he was a bit
He
too
was
far
not,
off.
but Milan was a little too far back to actually make a move. However, down to turn
Look at
2,
Dino.
he will not be close enough either, but Dino though, lying there lurking in the background. Making sure to save his ERS, we saw that last week too.
Yeah, got another yellow. I'm not sure
Oh,
who that's.
that's Kelvin.
Oh, what's happened to Kelvin?
And...
Oh, you see that curb? He's touched that curb on turn 5.
Oh.
Do you know that auto spin curb?
Yeah, I know exactly what he's done. And you can see him being a little twitchy right now. Oh,
Oh, he's
and
done
there he
again!
is. And that is wing damage. Now
Oh,
just be
no.
careful when rejoining the track, Kelvin.
Yeah, he's done well there, keeping out the way.
Oh, and look at this. Saberi on Alimonda. Alimonda also probably struggling with his soft tires right now. While Saberi on the mediums. Getting a lot better traction here as they're going down towards turn 1. Saberi is catching. He's looking for the inside, however, he dives in behind Alimonda. He's probably gonna make a move down into turn 2 instead. If he's gonna get enough exit, I don't think he has. He's gonna have to stay behind for another lap, Marshall.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, surely them softwares are pitting suit. Like,
Well, I don't think they're far from it. I think they're just trying to get a little more out of the tires before making their pit stops.
do you think it'd be possible to do 25 odd laps and mediums?
Yes.
Hard on the ends.
I believe it would be.
Yeah.
But then again,
maybe.
I haven't driven much on this game yet, so I might be wrong too.
Yeah, I've barely touched this track, to be fair, so I'll be doing a bit of practice in a few days for F6.
I gotta imagine that. You down in F6? That's a few seasons ago.
Yeah, last time I was in F6
As I
F1
believe
2016,
so. There is yellow flags. I'm not quite sure why. I think it might have been Crackers. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, though, Black Phoenix has gone into pit. Same with Shabs and same with Stee. As Milam is battling with Jendrik right now, trying to find a way past.
got people in the pits of Shabs and Stee, so they're into the hards.
And that is
Black
to the
Phoenix
end.
also pitted, yeah.
Okay, I will hit you soon though. Almond, the last runner on softs, is. Oh, as Milam seems to be struggling a lot. He's just gotten passed by Dino right before the second sector here.
Yeah, I've been seeing a load of pens popping up, but I haven't really been paying attention of who have been picking
Oh, look at this
pens.
though, Saberi. Getting real close to Alimonda now. Alimonda has to get into the pit soon, I think. I don't think there is any life left in those tires. Look at Saberi looking for the inside in the second to last corner. He can't really get the move done there. However, Alimonda into the pit and Saberi into P2.
Yeah, I had a feeling Alamondo was going to pit there, and they would lose so much time fighting
Yeah,
that.
you could really see him in the second sector and those
Yeah.
final corners that there was just not any grip left in his tires. They were done.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he comes out. It's only behind Black Phoenix.
Well, a
So,
little more than just only.
yeah, he's ahead of Shabs. Jamie, remember my first podium? I can't say I do, to be honest.
I do not. Oh, look at this though,
It,
Dino. Getting really close to Jendrik here in the S's. Obviously not gonna make a move here, but I think Jendrik will have to defend on the start-finish straight now. We can also see Milam in the background. Milam looked... I don't know what's happened to him right now, Marshall, but he's looking a little... Like he's just looking like he's struggling a little more than he did a few laps ago.
maybe it's just tire temps, maybe it's tire temps an issue here.
Could be, as Dino is catching on Jendrik. He's on the inside. He's made the overtake into turn one. Jendrik gonna try to make a switch back and get back at Dino. However, Dino with the inside line heading towards turn two. Should have gotten the move done now as they head out of turn two. And Dino is ahead and up into third.
Yeah, them medium tires looks like the best tires right now to be on.
They do. As I can see that we have a...
What a move for Milan.
I did not catch that, as I noticed that it was a battle downfield too, but in turn 5?
Yeah, it was turn 5. I'm not sure if Jendrik hit the curb, but Milan just went straight around the outside of him.
Not bad, not bad. Nonetheless, we're gonna head down to the battle for 10th at the moment. We have 4 cars in that battle. Toast, Shabs, Silver Eagle, and Stee, the other Ferrari.
I was just watching the battle between Alamondo and Brandon, and forgetting that Brandon was an AI.
I made that mistake a few times myself.
Oh, Shabs has missed his braking point, looks like you can just hit the red ball.
Are you sure he doesn't have wing damage? I didn't catch it, so...
Yeah, he looks like he outbroke himself and just went on the grass to avoid him.
Oh, look at this though. The main straight. Chabs with the RS is gonna get this move easy on Toast, but Toast is gonna go down the inside in turn 1. However, it looks like Chabs has it under control now. However,
Yeah,
in the background we can see Stee as he goes for a dive bomb into turn 2, and what a move there, Marshall.
I missed that.
He didn't look like he was gonna go for a move, but suddenly he pulled out and just dived it down the inside. And, well, he did get the car slowed down enough to make the corner properly with giving Silver Eagle space too, so brilliant move there.
Yeah, and, oh, Toast just had a massive mistake through them chicanes.
Oh, and there is Brandon again.
And one thing that I did notice when you're talking, Alamonda pits for penalty. That's a rare thing. It's only round 2, but that's already a rare thing. So I believe him and Matt last week didn't get any pens in Austria.
Oh, you're right, actually. That was not my case in my race. Was a lot more penalties there. Nonetheless,
How many did you get in Austria?
I don't want to talk about it.
I think I got like 6 seconds of penalties.
I think I had like 15 before I retired.
Oh my.
No practice, barely been on the game. It did not go well.
Yeah. We got a yellow into tier 1. I'm not sure who that was. What's that map?
I have no idea. Look at this though, Alimonda getting really close to Dion here. Dion on an old set of hards, Alimonda on a fresh set of hards.
Yeah.
And you can see those hards for Alimonda gripping a lot more than Dion's.
Alamonda just has to wait to the straight, which is probably annoying. Because he can go so much faster right now.
He probably can. Let's see then, heading on to the straight. Is Almonda gonna get a move done on Dion here? He's getting close and he's gonna make this move for sure. He's gonna be forced to the outside though, but it's still gonna be an easy move as he's well past before the corner.
Yeah, Dion didn't use the battery. He's thinking long term than right now.
Well, I think he was thinking long term, and he probably, as Brandon is getting catched by more drivers again.
It's going to be interesting to see when Dion and James get pit, because surely them hards can't go to the end.
Dion, 12 laps. I think that's gonna be a little too much for the hards, however.
Maybe medium soft
Not
at
sure.
the end. And to be fair, we've still got I'll Hate You Soon and them old mediums yet to pit.
True, and he's actually within the pit window for the initial one-stop strategy from mediums to hards. However, CPI Black Phoenix making his way up into 5th right now as he's passing Jendrik.
I'll Hate You Soon is having a really solid race right now. Hopefully they don't jinx him. Hopefully
You just did. Oh,
yeah.
Dion has been passed by Shabs towards turn 1 as he keeps falling.
Yeah, them old hards run out of pace.
They really are.
We got that's Brandon. He's everywhere.
Well, we actually have about a little further behind that, JMK and Silver Eagle.
Oh yes.
However, looking at it though, Silver Eagle on the old tires is probably not challenging him a lot.
Yeah.
For all I know, he might have actually gotten passed by JMK without us noticing, as I can see that he's losing time.
And we've
Correct,
got that
though.
Phoenix already behind Milan.
Oh, we have 2 battles at the... Oh, and look at this! Toast running a little bit wide out of the S's, and Crack grabs the opportunity as they're going into the second to last corner now. Crack around the outside as he gets the move done. What about Black Phoenix? He's getting close to Milam. He's not quite close enough yet though.
Black Phoenix gets close to that turn 5 curb. It looks like he's just got the perfect setup today.
He's certainly looking good. I'll give him that.
That Alpha just looks on rails.
On rails. Well, you never know. Maybe it is.
Maybe it isn't true.
Toast having to defend a little bit heading into turn 4. Oh, and look at this. JMK passing Toast into this tight chicane. However, Toast having to cut it. And what happened actually? Did he spin it on when cutting it?
Yeah, Yeah.
Ah, what a shame. And look at this. CPI Black Phoenix passes Milam into turn 1 to take P3. However, Milam trying to challenge him back here.
And I'll hit you soon. What we missed is pitted. And look where he is P6. And I'm sure Milam is injured because he lost the pit. Well, and so does Sabetti and Dino, so he's in a great position.
He's in a current net P2, I think.
Yeah, because everyone else that has the pit apart from Black Phoenix.
You're right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see who ends up on the podium in the end. However, it's certainly not looking what we thought we were going to see on the podium in the end.
Yeah, and we got Black Phoenix caught up to Dino. This might be an easy move again for him.
Well, Dino with those old tires is probably going to be struggling out of the final corner to get enough traction, as we can see that Black Phoenix is gaining, heading towards turn 1. He's, however, a little too far behind, but with a good exit from turn 1, he could maybe try it against towards turn 2. However, looking at it, he's actually going to have to sit behind for another lap. However, though, Marshall, I'm starting to wonder what Dino is doing here, because, like, he's gonna have to pit. So I don't get why. No, he can pit for mediums. Look at the remaining laps.
Yeah. I thought he started the medium reason.
He might be going one more lap just to be safe that they're gonna make it, but I think he should have pitted on that lap. They don't look too great anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Sabetti and Dino both head into the pits this lap.
Well, I would say they kind of need to now.
Yeah.
Which in that case would leave CPI Black Phoenix in the lead.
Yeah, he's just dominating today's race.
Sabetti is not pitting, and Dino is not pitting either.
Milam is. I think that's smart for Milam, getting the undercut on him.
I think he might be actually able to get an undercut on them then.
Yeah, and Black Phoenix has to yeet it down the inside. And Dino's got switchback on the mediums. So the mediums have still got good grip here left. Which is quite surprising with this 17 lap holds.
I don't think they have good grip left in them right now, Marshall, but
they've got a bit of grip left for him.
A bit of grip, a bit.
Yeah.
And we have Steve also getting close to Dion here for P8 at the moment. Dion on those 17 lap old hard tires, they can't be much fun to drive around on right now.
Yeah, I'm sure him and Sabetti has to pit this lap.
Well, no, they can definitely go longer than this, but
they're just going to lose too much time against Milam.
Well, Dino and Sabetti, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. And Sabetti's pitting. Dino's staying out. Why is
Interesting choice. Hoping for a safety car, maybe, I don't know. Nonetheless, though,
maybe.
We're heading back to Steve as he's getting really close to Dino. Now he might be going for a lunge into the second last corner. And he's actually gotten that quite easily, it looked like.
Sabetti had the stop-go penalty as well.
Oh, that's not great for him. As look on Alimonda though, Marshall, he's up into 5th right now and he's not bidding again. And Dion down the inside on Steve here, but Steve though with much better traction on the exit. Looks like he's still gonna be able to keep that position. As they're heading out of turn 2, Dion's still there, but Steve looks like he's gotten the position now, although he actually picked up a penalty there.
Yeah, that's unlucky, as Dion now gets one.
Typical, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at this, Milam's right behind him on fresh mediums. So maybe is Milam on the 2-stop?
I believe this will be his second stop, yes.
So yeah, the 2-stop doesn't look too bad. I think the best strategy is probably the mediums to hards. Looking at
it was definitely the best strategy, I think. Now let's look at this. Milam just out tractioning Dion completely there. Those fresh medium tires doing their work.
Yeah. Dino's got a lot of laps on them hard tires as well.
And Dino still not pitting.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's got to be hoping for a safety car at this point.
Yeah. How many laps can you do on mediums before like puncher? Sorry about
20 maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
As Matt is heading into the pit. And we don't actually have a battle right now. However, we got a car who's spun Silver Eagle. No, not Silver Eagle. Wait, who is that? I'm not sure who that was then. But Dino into the pit finally. I think he's left it a little too late. I think he's gonna drop a few more positions than he could have done.
Where's Milam and Sabetti?
Well, Sabetti is on the straight right now.
It's already head.
Dino heading out of the pit. He's gonna be right behind Sabetti.
There's a lot to push time, to be fair.
12 laps left to do it all on for Dino. Not gonna lie here, Marshall, I think the best he can get right now is probably P4 here. Well, actually, Jendrik is still out on those old hard tires.
Yeah.
But then again, if we say that mediums can probably go 20 laps, then hards can probably go 30 laps or so.
And is it me? Is it getting darker again?
I wouldn't say it's darker, I would say it's just overcast as it's been the whole race.
Oh, look, maybe I'm just trying to get some rain or something.
I think you're hoping too much. Nonetheless though, Sabetti and Dino both on the rear of Shabs there. As we can see that Sabetti, he's going to make the move on the inside going into turn 1. He's going to go right down the inside to move up into P5. In the meantime, Dino is going to have to try into turn 2 as look at this. Down the inside from Dino on Shabs. Shabs trying to hold it, but it just doesn't have enough grip to fight Dino there, as Dino then moves up into P6 and he will, I assume, try to chase down Sabetti. And look at this actually. Alimonda, Sabetti, Dino. Where have we seen that lately, Marshall? Last week?
Yeah, I just want to mention that, yeah.
However, Alimonda in this situation though on 12 lap old hard tires. So he's gonna be struggling to keep those two behind him.
Especially Dino and then fresh mediums.
Especially on those fresh hard tires too.
Well, yeah. I feel like the mediums are being
look,
rapid right now.
Look at how much they're catching through the final corners there, Marshall. Heading on to the main straight, Sabetti, he's definitely gonna make a move. I think we might see Dino actually following through as well. But look at this though, Alimonda, he tries to defend, Sabetti goes down the inside, he goes way too deep. Alimonda comes back through and up into P4 to defend his position as he turns in, and look at this, they're 3 wide for a moment in turn 2 there, and that is a Betty out in the wall. And what a shame, and it's a virtual safety car. A 3 wide moment in turn 2 though, Marshall.
Yeah, that was...
And I mean, it wasn't on the entry either, it was in the middle of turn 2. That's not every day.
Dino just had such a good run, and I didn't really see what happened. It looks like Sabetti just clipped Alamonda's car, so it looks like just a racing incident.
I have no idea. It looked, in my professional opinion, maybe not professional, but in my opinion, it looked like Sabetti understeered a little into Alimonda, but that was on the entry to the corner though. I didn't really get the best view of it when Sabetti went into the wall, but nonetheless, it didn't look like anything special, except for the 3 wide moment. But look at this though. Dino's got an absolutely amazing restart here as he's passing Alimonda already before turn 1.
And when you're talking, Black Phoenix actually pitted for new mediums, just down to dirt.
Well, to be fair, Jendrik will have to pit, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have to assume that he's gonna have to pit. His hard tires has gone 23 laps already.
Yeah, surely can't do that.
And there's still 9 laps left.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like 32, 33 laps and then hards.
Although he will drop that much, that could be worth the risk too.
Yeah, maybe. I've got Dino passing, I think that's Toast in the Red Bull.
Dion though, he's on fresh mediums now, he's getting close to the rear of Krakauer, also on just 4 lap old mediums, so probably not gonna be as easy as some other overtakes.
I don't know what, I think I'm just tripping, I swear I saw some rain.
I think I'm just tripping. That's Marshall. I mean, it's still overcast, but I can't see any rain, to be honest.
Yeah. It's twice up there, last 3 laps of rain. Maybe that's what Jendrik's waiting for, if it does hit.
I mean, that would actually make sense that Jendrik stayed out if that was the case, but looking at the fact that Black Phoenix pitted a lap ago during the VSC, I really doubt that there is rain coming.
Yeah, I don't think it's likely, but I think Jendrik's just making a risk here, trying to take the hards to the end. I
mean, podium could be on the tables for him, as we can see that obviously his gap down to I Will Hit You Soon and Black Phoenix isn't that big, but if you look down to Nino, it's about 10 seconds plus down from Jendrik, so as Dion is trying to put some pressure on Krakow through the SS.
I was surprised about Dion. He did say earlier it's one of his better tracks, and outside the points.
Almost lost the back end there too.
Yeah, it's surprised about Dion. I thought he'd be up there today.
Well, so did I, Marshall, so did I, but now Black Phoenix, he's on the back of I Will Hit You Soon.
Hopefully I will hit you soon. Wait, did I say, no, I won't hit you soon. I won't hit you soon. It's hoping he won't be hitting him.
I'd say stick with the predictions, Marshall. Trying to make that word play didn't do you much good.
Yeah, the names are just, I don't know, I'm just tripping apparently.
Does appear so. Nonetheless, though, out of the final corner for I Will Hit You Soon and Black Phoenix. Black Phoenix is easily gonna make this overtake before turn 1. Is I Will Hit You Soon gonna fight it back though?
No, not really.
Does not appear so. And now it's only about 1.5 seconds up to Jendrik ahead of them too. As we can see that Black Phoenix locks up the fronts a little. And Milam also making the move on Shabs into turn 1. Shabs, however, looking like he wanted to go down the inside on Milam there again, but he decided not to.
Yeah, I'm just watching Black Phoenix. He's just flying in the mediums.
He really is, and you can see him right on the back of Jendrik, Jendrik on those 26 lap old hard tires, really not having fun out there now.
Can they go to the end?
I mean, it's just 6 laps left now. He's definitely not gonna pit. Like, he would have pitted a long time ago if he was gonna.
I kind of hope he gets in the podium, because I want to ask him what his tyre percentage are right now, or at the end. Well, surely they're high 60s, 70s.
True. Well, they're probably gonna be. But look at this though. Black Phoenix gonna get an easy move done on the straight before turn 1 here. There is no way that Jendrik can fight that back. As we can see that he doesn't either. However, I Will Hit You Soon is lurking in the background there, wanting to get past Jendrik too. However, he's gonna have to stay behind for a little bit more. It is still 6.5 seconds down to Dino for Jendrik Marshall, so
yeah,
Dino has to step on it.
Yeah, Dino needs to push now if he wants the podium.
Oh, and I Will Hit You Soon has lost the back end in turn 5. He saved it out of the wall, but he's lost the position to Dino though.
I don't think that was a curb. It looks like he just got a bit excited on the front wheel.
I'm gonna have to agree on that one. It's a shame for I Will Hit You Soon though. He was looking in a great position for a podium. I think it's gonna be very difficult for him now with Dino on fresher tires and softer tires ahead of him, so
yeah, we've got another yellow. Not sure who that is.
Looks like stuff is happening down in the field too. Dion looks like he's struggling a little, so I'm not sure. Maybe he's had a spin. I believe he was ahead of Crack not long ago.
Yeah,
oh, as the second half of Shabs has spun it.
I believe that's an exhaust crash earlier as well.
I believe you're correct.
So people are struggling around this track still on this game.
Certainly looks like it.
And Dino really needs to get the move on if he wants to get to Jendrik.
He does, but right now we're sticking on with VER Kelvin, who is pressuring JMK here. Heading into the middle sector here and through the corner. I Will Hit You Soon spun in. This is actually the only battle on track we have right now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that is just Hungary for you.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's a great track in my opinion, but it isn't the best for racing.
Yeah, sure.
Nonetheless, heading towards the final corner, VER Kelvin. Is he gonna get close enough? Is he gonna make a move on JMK? Yeah, it doesn't look like Kelvin really got his corner together there. However, he's gaining on the straight and through turn 1 they go. Can he make a good exit to get a move into turn 2? He is close. He's not going to be close enough though, and he's going to have to wait another lap.
He almost did a I'll hit you soon. He just almost drops on the exit then. as JMK just picks up a penalty.
That penalty could be crucial too between these two.
Yeah,
Although I do believe Kelvin also has penalties.
I think most people have got penalties. Unless if you Matt, I'd be surprised if Matt's got one. But
Yeah,
looking at the
Matt
gap
probably
between,
doesn't have a penalty.
he, he doesn't get many penalties unless if it's like Austria or Mexico or something like that. Actually, no, he was alright at Austria last week.
He usually passes people on penalties in Austria, Marshall.
Yeah, he's had a few podiums because of penalties, but I don't think he'll get podium today.
Oh, look at this though. Milam right on the back of Alimonda here. Alimonda probably starting to feel the wear on these old hard tires. Look at this. Milam really trying to challenge him through turn 2. And now up towards turn 4. Is he going to push for an overtake here? He's going to stick behind it for now.
Alamonda's struggling today.
Yeah, oh, and Jendrik really struggling in the S's. Dino gets past him without actually going for a move. Oh, and he's got a puncture, and that is a shame for Jendrik. So close to the end.
Yeah, front left's gone.
That is very lucky for Rival Hitches soon, though, who did pin it earlier, but has now been gifted a podium back. Nonetheless, though.
That's lucky for Jendrik.
It is, but we're gonna head back to Milam and Alimonda fighting for that. Well, it's gonna be P4 actually.
Now. Yeah, Milam's had a shocking exit.
He really has. That is like he's not gonna be able to pass Alimonda if he keeps doing that kind of exits.
And look at his batteries. Battery to use.
He's drained it.
Yeah, Alimonda's got enough. For the last
Kelvin down the inside on JMK in turn 1. He can't really get the move done there. And he's going to be sitting behind for another lap.
Yeah, maybe a last lap lunge.
Looks like we might see a couple of those. We have Milam behind Alimonda. Then we have Kelvin behind JMK. That's actually the only two. But
yeah, literally, not many battles right now. But I'm just
you never know. Maybe we'll see a very brief battle between Shabs and Matt, as Matt is on old mediums while Shabs is on fresh softs.
I'm just on board.
I don't think so, but
right now.
Milam then, he needs to get the exit good this time as they're heading on to the start-finish straight. Milam is catching on Alimonda, however, is he catching quick enough? He goes for the inside, Alimonda on the outside. Milam parks it on the apex pretty much, and Alimonda just can't do anything against it, and he's gonna have to settle for 5th.
Yeah, well, nice about Milam.
What about Kelvin?
Milam put down the battery overtake really early, like halfway around the corner.
Oh, he probably just didn't need to use it. Alimonda though, as Alimonda spun it in turn 5, and what a shame. And is he gonna lose any positions? He's lost 1 position to the other Ferrari of Steeder. He's most likely gonna lose his position to Jendrik too.
Did he hit that curve?
And you know what? We have actually missed Black Phoenix going over the finish line to take the win here in Hungary.
Alamon just spun again.
As Dino goes over the line to take 2nd. I will hit you soon over the line to take 3rd. Milam coming around the final corner to take 4th place in the end.
What's happened to Alamonda?
Could be his tires just being gone. But look at this though, Stee over the line, he gets passed by Jendrik on penalties. Then Kelvin, then JMK, and then in 9th we're gonna have Alimonda, who's probably not too happy about that, as he's actually gained the position on penalties on JMK there. Crack in 10th, Dion in 11th, Matt is gonna come over line in 12th. We also have a couple of lap cars who's already finished their race. That would be Silver Eagle, Brandon, well, that Brandon is a ghost car, and Ozone. As we then get the second Mercedes over the line to take P12. Then Shabs over the line to take P13, and the last driver to finish the race is Toast.
Yeah, Alamonda's in the chat, he's not happy.
I can see that.
Yeah. Looks like he might have just clipped that curb in the last lap at turn 5.
Well, I will have to say I do feel bad for him.
Yeah,
it all just fell apart on the last lap, and it's never a good thing seeing that happen to a driver.
Yeah, especially when he's fighting for the championship. Like, it's only round 2, but he is one of the favourites. Especially with Dino as well, getting a second place. So he's had a first and a second.
Getting second place in the end, but it's CPI Black Phoenix who's taken today's race win, as he has, well,
dominated,
looked
really.
dominant from quali to finish, as he wins 10 seconds ahead of Dino. I will hit you soon from 17th on the grid to 3rd. In the end,
very good.
Only one without
very
penalties,
good.
it looks like. Not far from it, at least. Only one together with Brandon, but that's a Ghost Car and Ozone.
Even Matt got a penalty.
Then Milam in 4th, then Jendrik in 5th after that puncture, with fastest lap in the end though. Then Steve, the second Ferrari, in 6th, Kelvin in 7th, Alimonda in 8th, then JMK in 9th and Crack in 10th. Outside of the top 10 we have Dion, Matt, Shabs, Silver Eagle, Brandon, Ozone, Toast, Saberi. Well, Saberi DNF'd, and the same with Exhaust.
Yeah, it's a shame with Sabetti. He could have got a podium today.
He could have probably.
That Phoenix. I think I've got a Dino on my friends list. I hope so anyway.
You think, but you don't know.
And 3rd place, I will hit you soon. Who managed not to hit anyone today?
True. True.
Because of that, he got a podium as well. And they've been invited.
Then we'll just have to wait and see if they join for interviews.
I think Dino normally joins.
And I can see a few guys in the chat. That would be the F11 chat I'm talking about. And Jendrik, obviously, that puncture didn't do him great, and Alimonda with that last lap that just turned everything to dust.
Yeah. As we've got Black Phoenix at the party, I can't hear him.
Well, it hasn't even popped up. Well, there it popped up for me.
Black Phoenix, are you here? He's in the party, but I can't hear him.
I cannot hear me either. I will just quickly check. I don't think I've ever been in a party with him, so I should not have him on mute for that matter. So I don't. Black Phoenix.
Oh, he doesn't have an interview. He doesn't have an interview. He doesn't have a mic.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah. So, literally, it's that Grillo. No one wants to talk to us, Andre.
Yeah, what is this, Marshall? Like, people not wanting to talk with us. It's weird.
Do we talk too much? Alright, I'll
Maybe.
invite Dino and I'll hit you soon again.
And in the meantime, while Marshall does that, I'll just throw in a quick mention again to PSGL's official partner, Brutal Democracy. To find out more about them, you could head to their website at www.brutaldemocracy.com. Check out their Twitter handle with BDG_esports. To look for content on Twitch, you'll have to start up one Brutal Force. Then for YouTube, it should be Brutal Democracy. And in the end, if you want to look at their Instagram, it is Brutal Democracy. Handing out providing prize money for the 3 top tiers of a total of around 250. You know, I should probably check that up one day and see if I am right. But I do believe that is what they are, so providing the league with prize money for the top drivers in the end. Nonetheless, though, not looking like we're getting much interviews today, Marshall.
I don't know, yeah, I'm gutted. I think this is the first time this has ever happened to us.
I think so too, actually. I can't remember the last time we didn't get at least one of the top 3 drivers for interview. Well, we did kind of get Black Phoenix, but unfortunately he doesn't have a mic though.
Yeah. Maybe it's just too hot for people, just getting ice creams and a drink.
Could be. Nonetheless, though, it doesn't look like we're getting anyone, Marshall, so with that, do you want to announce your first driver of the day nominee?
It's gotta be Black Phoenix. Just
Not a bad
today.
shout. Not a bad shout at all. I'm gonna go with Dino though, 13th to 2nd in the end. Also great drive from him.
My third one's gonna be I'll Hit You Soon. 17th to 3rd.
Yeah, not gonna lie, there is 3 quite obvious choices for driver of the day nominees today, so. But
yeah,
then the driver of the day nominees will be CPI, Black Phoenix, Dino, and I Will Hit You Soon. And
did we do driver of the days?
I'm still a little unsure about it, but
I haven't seen anything on Discord.
You might have forgotten about it, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll probably see. We'll probably see. If he wants us to do it, we have done it at least. But in that case, though, we haven't actually gotten anyone in for interviews. So I don't know if you have anything you want to add, Marshall.
F10 is live. Check that out right now.
It certainly is. Certainly is. So with that, we'll end off the stream. This has been PSGL Season 26, F11, Round 2 around Hungary. I have been your commentator, Sander Zerg, joined by Lewis Marshall Taylor today, as Marshall just also mentioned. My bad. F10 is live at the moment. They should be, well, they should have just started the race, I believe. So
yeah, they're in lap 2.
Make sure to check out that for more racing. On the other hand, there is more races coming on Sunday and Monday in the end too, so make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more racing. In the meantime, hopefully we'll see you next week. Good night.
Goodbye.